So, bad luck if you live in Leicester. You've just been made an example of. It shows Leicester because it was first out the hat, probably. No other reason. Wow, so where were we? Cressida Dick wants to take over the world, I think. No. Cressida Dick says it's easy to mock on social media. Well, it is, Cressida, because you're a bought and paid for stooge who doesn't have a clue what she's fucking doing. You've been elevated to your position by Daddy's Freemason mates, who also protected you for 10 years in the Home Office after you gave the order to have Jean-Charles de Menezes murdered. Wow. So, yeah, and even if you did have a clue what you're doing, you wouldn't be allowed to tackle the BLM riots and the like, because you've been told not to, because the government want riots on the streets. That much is clear. In fact, John Major let that slip on Andrew Marr a few months ago. He didn't mention the word riots, obviously, but he said if the people wish to respond to in a certain way or something, which is it's quite clear what he did mean. I did put it on Twitter, but no one was listening. So, yeah, not for martial law, I don't think. And I think they would have done that by now if they were going to, at this point. But it's like the Muslims, you see, the hardline Muslims. They freely admit that they want to take over the world. You know, they don't care about the individual. The individual goes in and does a job or does a few jobs or pushes forward a certain message, political message. And, you know, they freely admit it might take 200 years, but they'll do it because it's about the cause, not the individual. And this is what we see in British politics now. You see, Blair pushed through a lot of the stuff that's happening now because he was a bought and paid for lapdog, and they had so much fucking dirt on him because apparently he used to chat up men in public toilets and all this sort of thing. So they had loads of dirt on him, so they used him to push a lot of this stuff through. Major, obviously, before Blair, was the biggest fucking bought and paid for piece of shit going. Thieving bastard, basically, which is why I have this YouTube channel. So he was obviously a great instigator as well, various things. And it's gone on since then. Cameron gave us the referendum and then lost his job because we voted to get out. That's how much the puppet masters think about these people and about us as well. You know, we weren't supposed to vote to get out. We were supposed to vote to stay in. If we'd voted to stay in, then Cameron would probably still be Prime Minister. Well, Theresa May, well, she tried to sell us down the river. She's obviously fucking, you know, well tucked up with the establishment. Yeah, and the list goes on, you know. Boris is no better because they're still fucking about. Oh, we'll get Brexit done. Where? When? It's been like 4 years. You know. So they're pushing towards something at the minute. Martial law might come in eventually. I don't think at this time. But this is to achieve something as well. You know, all this lockdown and everything else. Because I said to a sheeple on Facebook last night, I said, look, I've been on this earth 47 fucking years. I've seen wars, I've seen terrorism, I've seen bombs, not personally, obviously, but, you know, on the TV or whatever. Over all these years, I've seen all these terrible things happening. When has anything ever, diseases and viruses as well, when has anything ever been advertised on radio, TV, newspapers, 24 hours a day, 7 days a day? I go into the toilets now in services and stuff, and I see people washing their hands for 20 seconds still. What? 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 You've survived however long you survive without fucking doing it, through however many fucking annual flu viruses we've had, of which COVID-19, if it's not the flu, is no worse than the flu. Why? Why are you being brainwashed by these fucking morons who really, as we've seen with people like Cressida Dick, don't have a fucking brain cell between them, or two brain cells to rub together, even. So there is an agenda, but I'm not quite sure. You know, they're pushing for something here, but time will tell. That's all I can say.